Salukis are here. Xavier Johnson, A.J. Ferguson represent the student body. Head coach Brian Mullins will give a statement on the game, and then we'll go to questions for all three of the Salukis on the dais. Brian, please.
Yeah, give credit to UIC. Tough game for us. I thought our guys played with great effort and resiliency there the last 30 minutes of that game. We didn't have a good first half and put ourselves in the hole. And then, in terms of that second half, the guys came out and played at an extremely high level and did everything they could to try to win the game and put ourselves in position to win the game there in regulation, and just didn't execute the way we needed to the last minute or so. And then we had different guys foul out and different guys step up and put ourselves in position each overtime to try to win the game too. So obviously disappointing loss for us, but the last 30 minutes, I'm proud of our guys' effort.
Start right here on the left-hand side, then we'll go to the right-hand side. Go.
For Xavier, how tough was it to have to watch the last minute or so of the first overtime and the second overtime?
It's tough. You definitely want to be out there fighting with the guys, but just had to be a great teammate and cheer those dudes on and believe in them. And they fought through 2 overtimes, so I'm definitely proud of their effort. It just didn't fall our way.
For Brian, what was the difference, if there was one, in terms of what you did defensively after halftime? Was it more of a difference in a scheme, just executing better? What was happening?
We switched a little bit more, and I just think our ball pressure was a lot more intense. I think the guys came out really motivated, understood that we didn't play a good first half, and wanted to make sure that they put themselves in position to win. And the guys played with tremendous effort there that second half.
Go ahead.
Xavier, did you realize that you had 3 fouls when you gave the foul to give at the end of the second half?
Yeah, I realized I had 3. So just had to play smart. Yeah.
Was that just a situation where you heard somebody call for a foul and you were just the closest guy to the ball?
Yes.
Gotcha.
This is where Coach Mullins, you're waiting the entire day, right? You get to 8:30. Do you think that had any sort of effect on kind of how the team maybe prepared for it? Was there maybe more jitters watching everybody just play all their games, and you got to wait until the very end of the day to kind of get your guys out on the court?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Obviously don't have a great explanation for the first half, but we played 8:30 last year. We've played some late games here over the last couple of years with some of these guys, so I don't think the game time had anything to do with it.
Gotcha. And then the second question is, about 5-6 minutes into the first half, I noticed on the sideline, you and Clarence kind of getting into it, talking between you two. All of a sudden, second half, he comes out, has some great defensive possessions and a steal that really kind of kickstarts the run that you guys go on. Do you think that the conversation you had with him at that time kind of sparked that and helped him do that in the second half?
Well, Clarence is an emotional guy, and we need him to play with that type of energy that he did in the second half. And, you try different ways to get him going. He was really sick a couple weeks ago, and he's still kind of getting his wind back and getting back into shape here. But, when he's playing with a high energy, high motor, and a lot of emotion, that's when he's been at his best, and it helps our team as well. So, just try to get the urgency into him. I'm not sure if, I think he just wanted to win the game in the second half and understood we were losing by 14 points and wanted to play as hard as he could.
Absolutely. And then just one more, sorry, real quick, but for AJ, this game, I think it's fair to say that, defensive rebounding was kind of a struggle, but you kind of carried the load, 14 rebounds. Did you kind of expect that game from yourself coming out here tonight?
Not really. I didn't expect it. I just came out trying to do everything I could to help the outcome be positive.
All right, thank you both.
Right there.
This is for Coach Mullins. After Xavier fouled out, and then AJ as well, what was going through your head having 2 of your leading scorers out during double overtime?
Just trying to find the ways to put the guys who are on the court in position to win, offensively and defensively, what we needed to do to execute. And those guys did an amazing job in terms of putting our team in the position to still win the game. So just trying to help our guys as much as possible.
For Coach Mullins, I know we had senior night the other day, but again this week, you have as a grad student, Trent as a grad student, just describe their impact both tonight and just overall in the program.
Yeah, I mean, obviously both those guys have made a tremendous impact in this program. I mean, for X to be here for 2 years and, be part of the 2 winningest seasons in a long, long time, and the growth that he's taken as a player and what he's done this season and, some of the history that he made. And obviously Trent, to be with this program for 5 years and be the guy who's worn the jersey the most out of any other Saluki, I think those things speak for itself. But, it's going to be lifelong relationships with those guys.
Yep, right here on the left.
Brian, how obviously every end of the season loss, it carries its own weight, difficulty, all that, but how tough is this one considering how close you were to sealing the deal and moving on to tomorrow night?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think every loss is tough. You hate losing more than you like winning. And when you're in this type of atmosphere and, the guys are playing as hard as they did there that second half and you put yourself in position, it's obviously, it's not something it's going to stick with you, you know what I mean? And you got to learn from it and get better from it.
Where do you think this program can get better from this now as you start to look towards 24-25?
Well, we got to continue to take another step, in terms of, we have 42 wins the last 2 seasons. We've done a lot of great things, in terms of some of the wins that we've had, some of the Power 6 wins, being a top 25 team this year. Our goal is to play in the NCAA tournament. It's a championship program. Those are the standards. Those are expectations, and those are what our guys work for every single day. I think for us, we've been building this program, especially post-COVID, and the future. We got great players in the program here, and we got to continue to get better, and that's kind of the direction that we've been heading here.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. Best of luck for your future.